Your phone has more compute power than the servers that trained GPT-2. So why are we still sending every AI request to the cloud? In 2026, we don't have to. Welcome to Tech Decoded by AmTalkSoft. I'm Alex, and today we're exploring Edge AI, running language models directly on phones, laptops, and IoT devices. No internet required. No cloud bills. Complete privacy. Let me show you what's possible right now. Edge AI matters for 4 reasons. Privacy, your data never leaves your device. Medical questions, financial queries, personal messages, all processed locally, seen by no one. Latency, no network round trip. Responses start in milliseconds, not seconds. Cost, no API fees. Once the model is on the device, every query is free. And availability, it works offline. In airplanes, in tunnels, in remote areas, or when your cloud provider has an outage. Let's start with what phones can do today. The iPhone 16 Pro has 16 gigabytes of unified memory, and Apple's neural engine hitting 38 trillion operations per second. It runs a 3 billion parameter model at about 15 tokens per second. The Samsung Galaxy S26 with its Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 runs Gemma 2B at 20 tokens per second. And the Google Pixel 10 runs Gemini Nano natively. These devices comfortably handle 1 to 3 billion parameter models. With aggressive quantization, you can even squeeze in a 7 billion parameter model. Laptops are the sweet spot for Edge AI. Apple Silicon Macs have become the default local AI platform. A MacBook Air M3 with 24 gigs of RAM runs a 7 billion Q4 model at over 30 tokens per second. A MacBook Pro M4 Max with 128 gigs runs the 70 billion parameter llama at 20 plus tokens per second. And the Apple MLX framework, designed for unified memory, delivers 20 to 40% better performance than generic implementations. Even non-Mac laptops work well. A framework laptop with 32 gigs runs 7B models at 15 to 20 tokens per second through llama.cpp. At the edge of the edge, we have IoT and embedded devices. A Raspberry Pi 5 with 8 gigs can run tiny Llama 1 billion at about 3 tokens per second. Slow, but it works. The NVIDIA Jetson Orin Nano with its 8 gig GPU runs 3 billion models at over 10 tokens per second, making it perfect for robotics and industrial applications. And with BitNet, Microsoft has shown that a 100 billion parameter model can run on a single CPU at human reading speed, 5 to 7 tokens per second. The tools are ready. For Apple, MLX gives you the best performance through unified memory. For cross-platform llama.cpp runs literally everywhere: Mac, Linux, Windows, Android, iOS, even Raspberry Pi. It supports Metal, CUDA, Vulkan, and optimized CPU inference. For Android developers, Google's MediaPipe LLM provides a simple API for on-device inference. And for the web, WebLLM runs models directly in the browser through WebGPU. Running models on constrained devices requires aggressive optimization. Start with quantization. Q2 to Q4 is the sweet spot for Edge. Then consider knowledge distillation, training a small model to mimic a large one. Apple Intelligence and Google's on-device models are built this way. Pruning removes unnecessary connections, reducing size by 30 to 50%. And newer architectures like Gemma 2B, Phi 3 Mini, and Tiny Llama are designed from the ground up to be small but capable. Let me give you real use cases already in production. Smart home assistants that process voice commands locally with instant responses and complete privacy. Healthcare devices that analyze patient data on device, making HIPAA compliance simpler because data never leaves. In-car AI for navigation and voice control that works in tunnels and dead zones. Industrial IoT doing predictive maintenance on factory floors. And offline tutoring apps for students without reliable internet, especially impactful in developing regions. The emerging pattern isn't edge or cloud. It's hybrid. Use Edge AI for simple, latency-sensitive, and privacy-critical tasks, then fall back to the cloud for complex reasoning that needs larger models. Apple Intelligence already does this, routing between on-device processing and private cloud compute. This hybrid approach gives you the best of both worlds: speed and privacy for most queries, and the full power of frontier models when you actually need them. Getting started is easy. Mac users, install llama and run llama run llama 3, 2:3b. Mobile developers, try MediaPipe LLM on Android or Core ML on iOS. For IoT, grab a Jetson Orin Nano and llama.cpp. And for the web, WebLLM runs models right in the browser. Edge AI isn't a future technology. It's a today technology that gets better every month. If this was helpful, subscribe and hit the notification bell. We break down AI topics from beginner to professional every week. Full written guide and links are in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.